baby. Let's
Gambit
go.
for you. Y'all are idiots. Liquid all
I would
the
love
way,
to see Liquid
baby.
perform. You know I'd love to see Liquid perform. So let's see. This is going to be the true test, right? They may have done it against NIP yesterday, but can they do it against the second best in the world? Liquid fast up, and I changed my prediction already. Ali just got the opener. Naf has followed up Inters and Axel with a killer piece, and Axel looking to close this round. Naf is trapped, jumping around, and Elite covers him.
Bro, Elite is doing everything.
I'm glad I swapped sides.
Oh, yeah.
Before it got messy.
Wow, yeah, what a swap.
Hobbit in a 1v3.
Yeah, all alone, Hobbit's creeping down short, but Elige is having a cracking time right now. 3 in this round, and he's here. Elige is the bully hunter of Team Liquid. If you pick on his teammates, he comes a-knocking. And so Hobbit might be left saving a CZ here. Might be. And he's not really moving. So he will be.
Yeah, you know, there's just fear, I think. It's not a question of can Liquid be the best, it's will they be the best? Can they keep it up? Was it a one and done? These are all questions we'll get answers to right here, right now. Gambit, they have to save that CZ. Elige and Co take the pistol round. And Liquid start strong on the T side. This is where they ran over NIP, if you remember yesterday. They had a booming start on T side of Inferno. Map Gambit is certainly experienced on, but who knows?
You're asking a lot of questions, Hugo. You're asking a lot of, you know,
and I need
rhetoricals.
Answers. Yeah. I need answers.
So how do we get the answers?
We watch, we wait. And that's it. You want another question to follow that answer?
What's the question? If this is the question, what is the answer?
Is Grim going to die on the molly? And the answer is no. He smokes it and evades capture for now. Liquid avoiding the B stack. Axile. This guy's been a bit of a champ as of late. He's going to back up to the pit. Liquid cleaning corners on the A site. Inters is even pre-rotated. We got that banana control from Anthony, and Gambit seemed convinced, rightly so. Moving a 4th player to A. Make it a 3rd now, because Stewie's found Inters. Hobbit's going through the smoke. And Stewie's already backed out of danger. Hobbit will do the same. It's left and right. No one wants to commit. Liquid might even go back to B they go. It's only Nafany here with no more util.
Yeah, he's going to have to pop off with this 5-7. Oh, well, there's one. It's a nice opener, but Grim, the only man to fall there. Team Liquid moving in. This saved CZ gets put to rest. And now you're just wanting to save on these remaining Gambit players. But will Stewie 2K let them get away with it? And he's certainly not going to let this fella get away with it. Shiro shot up the side of the head. And now just Axel all alone. Does kind of want a Galil this Christmas. He's always wanted one.
Yeah.
Will he get it? Oh. No, no, no. You're meant to sit on Stewie's lap, not shoot him in the knee. Because then you get Skyrim memes that are really dated. And were never that funny to begin with.
Ah, yes. Glad you went there.
Exile's left saving, and Team Liquid are on to a 2nd round. They keep 4 alive. Grim, the only man to perish in that banana push. This is a good look early on. They break apart this 4-spy round. So often these get out of hand, but that's nice and clean for Team Liquid. I just don't know what to say. You know,
No.
NA, they're Team Liquid. You know, they're like the fairies from Peter Pan.
Okay.
Right? Powered by, was it belief? I think that is what powered them. I think you had to believe in fairies for them to be real.
Didn't they abduct children and take them off to some random place without their parents' permission?
That's a very
good.
That's a very literal and neglectful reading of the true meaning behind Peter Pan. And I actually don't have the time to explain to you why you're so wrong. But regardless of that, you know, what I was trying to say is Liquid are just powered by belief. And so if we all believe in Liquid, then this team just might be unstoppable.
Caster bias. Don't throw that word this way, please. Who doesn't want Gambit to succeed? At the same time, this team has been, you know, quite the hot prospect of the last year as well. I think, you know, people have just seen Liquid at their height, and then they've seen them drop. And I think that's why people want to get on the Liquid hype train. For Gambit, we never got off the train. These guys have not slowed down all 2021. falling to the experienced players of FaZe, back at Cologne. Would have otherwise made a very deep run. Gambit's still impressed. I think they were still happy with how things went. Sure, they would have wanted the trophy, but every team does. Here they go into B. Liquid now walking into that one rifle. It is on Nafany. He's going to get smoked out, though. Spamming through. Liquid, they take the site, they take the plant, and they take the round.
Bomb has been planted.
Yeah, and it's just going to be another one of these saves. You know, we've seen them before. We know what happens here, right? You're just trying to, play for exits in this situation down towards Banana, get the Galil out of there. And maybe another weapon if Hobbit can remove it. This time it's an AK trying to step up. Oh, wait, it's in Alicia's hands. Oh, not anymore. Inter's going to take it out, but he can't retrieve the AK.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to go that far up the Banana, knowing that death would wait right around the corner. However, they have done a good job of making this an expensive round for
Gambit.
Team Liquid. Gambit with all the exit kills, and they get out of it with 2 Galils as well.
Yeah, as far as full ecos go, you don't really get much better than that, right? Galils, you'd rather an M4, but even then, it's not that much different in terms of the values. So Gambit will make do with the bonus money that will go a long way in the future. Liquid. An expensive reinvestment, one that won't feature the AWP. Shiro's got his. Silent so far. This is where we expect to see Shiro hit the ground running. So run he shall, right down to middle. Liquid don't take a peek in. And that's always a scary angle, right? Not only can you get peek from the headshot angle from deep, but you can also get timed up ult mid at about 142. They can be around that corner. Stewie sees the flash play down Banana. And Gambit, they even leave a player there. Stewie back in, catching Hobbit with nades out. Nafany won't react, he won't attack, and Liquid peel back. Nafany now, while he's unsuspected, he will surely get checked. No, it doesn't look like it. Uh-oh. They jump over? No, they walk right by. Nafany has got the round in the palm of his hand, and he crunches it.
Heartbreaking here, but for Nafany, he's putting this Galil to great use. Now, Fallen is able to trade that out. You still take the 2-for-1 if you're Gambit, but right now we're looking at Shiro having to hold the line. He's going to have to nail this one, and Shiro, a couple of missed shots. They're getting closer with every shot that misses, and now these rotations are moving in for Gambit. It was when we cast VP in their group, we had that little stat reveal that Shiro had actually taken over James for the lowest deaths per round.
Yes.
You can see he's fallen back, playing this very, very safe angle, letting the rifles do the bulk of the leg work here. And if something is found, that's when we're going to see Shiro commit. He's always keeping, the ability to save in the back of his mind.
Orb's just such a valuable weapon, right? It can be so important, even keeping it into eco rounds, getting wins in that regard. Gambit are good at that. Here they come, they got nades out. If Naf peeks, he wins around. Fallen will go ahead, and Naf trades the kill. It's all on Shiro, but as we know, he's saving, he's giving it up. That tag will make it so no one comes his way. So Shiro out of there. Gotta watch the bomb, but should be fine. Whoa, calculated, of course. Nothing could have possibly went wrong. Yeah, this one as well. Surprising to not see Liquid check that. Nafany, the re-aggro, right? He pushed back into that position after Liquid used utility. But it's not enough to win the round for Gambit. Pushed out of the B site. Liquid continue to build, show the same T-side start they did yesterday against NIP. 4-0. Luckily, with that saved money off the back of the Galils picked up on the eco, Gambit can reinvest with everything here.
Yeah, flash is set up again from Shiro right at the back. The nades rain in, but ultimately it's Nafany looking worse for wear in this early nade battle. Not what you wanted. Nafany's been pretty instrumental in anchoring down this B bomb site, and so now we see him kind of playing this loosey-goosey rotate role. Hobbit's moving away as well, and they're going to leave Shiro to be this railgun down towards Banana, right? Able to hold it alone, or so you hope, thus enabling this 4-man stack to come in.
Yeah, Molly forces some respect for now. At what point does Shiro want to call for help? He's still got a full belt to delay any execute from Liquid. But Liquid aren't committing yet. Still holding Banana on Grim. Hobbit backs out of danger on the A site. Smoke comes in on long. Nafany's trying to bait for Hobbit, who's still tucked in on the archway, but they're just getting the usage out of the util. Making sure Liquid don't hit a fast pace, a good timing. Hobbit, ooh, close smoke spam. Got to watch out. They can always fire back. Tracers give you away. Gambit, they're so convinced this is an A-site attack. They've got 2 players anchoring at the back of the site. Nafany's hiding, hoping he doesn't get checked because he's low, and Inters is going to die for him. This all will not matter if Shiro falls at B and Liquid go back. Long to CT is even an option, but Liquid are committing on the short side.
Yeah, in they come. Axile about to get tested down here in the pit. Hobbit hiding in the cubby. Steals himself away for now. This triple setup and gnarly crossfires that come with it are very difficult to navigate. Now they deal with, oh, there's a second guy in the site and they don't know about him. Nafany waiting till the final second. And I love how they do that, right? They have like the three players trying to face, you know, like Hobbit supporting over towards long as well. Nafany, who came over from that B bomb site right at the start of the round, just tucks himself in. He sees how little time there is. He knows that they're likely not expecting a 4th player to be there, especially with everyone else being so loud and proud about their positions.
Yeah, especially when he plays right behind Inters. And I think the cool thing about that Gambit do that not many teams would is when he gets tagged early, a lot of players, a lot of teams will go, hey, can I have the AWP, mate? Can I get that from Shiro? I'm 10 health.
Good luck taking it from Shiro.
Yeah, firstly that. Secondly, no, they actually find a way to make him valuable with 10 health by setting him up as that like bait player hidden at the back. And that means Shiro can keep on the angle, he can keep B confidently. A lot of options there for Gambit. Nice read in that round. But will you read right every time? This time they take banana. Weird smoke. Leech doesn't want to go through. Oh, Shiro grabs Grim on a jiggle as well. Wide angle, and it's getting scary. Stewie's looking for the pistol, and he does find it, and they pushed it back. Liquid, meanwhile, just taking middle. Leech with a hero rifle, but not for long. Just headshot by Axile. Fallen's taking it, but you're hoping for a hero here if you're Liquid, and you're not expecting one. Gambit 3 kills away from taking their second, and they'd love to keep it flawless as well.
It's looking good for them to keep all 5 alive, isn't it? Stewie's deagle. Maybe. Oh no, Inters is just tucked in. Naf will get one. Not able to make it a double, but Stewie will. A little bit more damage done here at the end. That's all right if you're Team Liquid. You know, the 5-on-2, you're able to bring 2 of those players out of the round. You keep the money down low. Well, not low, but not getting established.
It's better than keeping 5 alive. At least for Liquid. Still trying to break through that bank, though. They've got another reinvestment. No AWP for Fallen. Shiro, he's just really been seen towards that B bomb site so far. Yet to need to switch it up. The 4-man stacks on A enabled by it are just enough to keep these rounds alive for Gambit. Leech beats the Molotov. Oh, they want to fight him there. That flash doesn't really go as planned. Axel gets fully blinded, bails out. Luckily, no punish play from Elige, who's also tucked in. Util getting traded at Banana. I don't think they'll be caught out by sandbags again. He's even going to have to smoke the Molotov just to make sure they don't hunt him down in the fire, and Liquid are close to doing that.
It's a little spooky because he wanted to get out there, but he didn't really know where they were at Banana. His teammate in Hobbit had already gone back into the site, so it's not like he had anyone who could have checked that for him, right? For all Nafany knew, they could have been at the half wall already. They could have seen that smoke go down. Little nade stack into CT. Inters, the timing on that, man. Now brought down low. And Team Liquid are just going to wait for the time being. They pull the brakes on this one. Content with the 5-on-4, knowing the nades might have found damage. Now they look to pounce on the back of these flashes. Smoke down in CT, Grim leading the charge into the bomb site. Hobbit waiting to try and deny a bomb plant. Oh, it's close, but it's not close enough for Hobbit. There's a nice nade to remove Stewie 2K. And so we find ourselves in a 4-on-4. Once again, Shiro hanging all the way back at long, holding for any flanks. Also in a position where he can look to hold on to the AWP. So that means success needs to be found. And with the kills initially getting traded in favor of Team Liquid, it's 5 on the board for this T side.
Yeah, no one's even going to peek CT as well, right? Once you're tucked behind new box there, you're just locking in the angle. You don't want to give Shiro away back in. You know what he's going to be doing. First round, he's away from B. First round, Liquid, get in for free. Yeah, that was a bit awkward, right? Nafany getting trapped there at the sandbags. Definitely didn't know that Liquid was so far back with the util that they were throwing.
Now, that's one that you're a bit gutted. Like, when you go back and rewatch the VOD and you go,
I
oh, man, like, yeah, I was actually totally fine, but he's just never to know that is the problem.
Yeah. Okay, Liquid, nice little B execute to get them back on the board and force another save out of Gambit. Right now, they're getting tested on the CT side. Still got these constant rebuys thanks to the saves, right? It may not be fun to watch, but it's what enables Gambit to avoid eco for now. Eventually, that's inevitable if Liquid keep finding more T rounds in a row. Shiro now up in the apartments with the AWP, peeking deep. Double setup. Lee just going to deal with Axel here. Spam won't connect. He gets caught shooting through the wall. Axel grabs the first. There's a bit of damage in response for Naf. He's done a lot to Shiro. Might want to get out of there. Everyone getting wounded up in apartments, and even the nade on B softening them up. It may not seem like a lot, but doing 10, 15 damage with a nade has great consequences because Gambit are running M4s, right? So one-shot headshots now a factor to take into account for these Liquid players, all except Stewie. Here come Liquid, looking to commit. Gambit one step ahead with 3, and Liquid just going to go through the smoke.
Oh, yeah, Nafany up here on one of these boosts. There isn't a CT smoke down. And so they're just running it dry into this triple stack at B. That's a little ugly there, as it all kind of falls apart. They don't really have many options. They try to make that B hit happen. Gambit one step ahead with the early rotation. And
yeah,
so
that's
now the money of Liquid called into question.
That's just Liquid trying to get ahead of the rotate, right? They saw the double app setup. They saw Shiro with the AWP. A lot of your plan is going to be, all right, get away, especially on Inferno, right? Get away from that AWP. And that's why you see CT AWP is always, moving around the map on this one. And so they just try and pump into B before Gambit have any more reinforcements. But they were super ahead of that, right? They got 1 kill in apps, and suddenly they send a third rotate to the B bomb site. Gambit read that one well. 3 to 5. And it's very competitive, Harry. It's exactly what we wanted. It's, we're seeing similarities from Liquid's T side yesterday, except Gambit actually have answers to the problem, answers that NIP maybe couldn't field, at least not in the early game. Never felt like they were truly in control of Inferno.
No, I mean, even in a lot of those rounds, even if they had the right read and, Liquid were walking into a stack, they would more than often end up winning it anyway, right?
Sure.
And we're already getting a lot less of that here. I think as well, Gambit are going to be pretty wise to some of these B plays that Liquid were throwing in against the NIP squad just yesterday. Oh my goodness.
It's more where that came from.
Oh, Naf Steagle with the opener. Gonna go ahead and now look to grab that gun, throw it back, baby, into the hands of Elige.
And now all you've got is double smoke flash. So Liquid have planned for this exact round, right? They know they have nothing to play with, but just a gun. And with a missed shot from Shiro, they're going to get in deep. Spray has to come through. Hobbit needs a multi, and he's got 2 already. Elige trying to come in for some trades, and Hobbit will not allow it. Mowing down 3, 4. Pistol out. Let him ace. Shiro with a calculated missed shot, so Hobbit can find all 5. And Sui gets it deep, but Inter spams him through the smoke. Hobbit was going for a knife kill, FYI. And I would love to see that to close the ace, but not today. Instead, it's still a clean round for Gambit. Bit of a mess. Maybe clean's not the right word.
That's twice now as well Liquid have been stifled by these boosts. There was a bit of a weird part where Elige goes running in and was looking at oranges as though it was on the ground as opposed to a boosted player, but I guess the guys who run in first just weren't fully aware what was happening. Just kind of knew the roundabout area or where they were shot in the back of the head from. But these B anchor players for Gambit are looking really, really good out of the gate. Nafany's given us some fantastic rounds. Hobbit alongside him now joining the ranks of these scary B players. Liquid still aren't deterred, grouping towards B early, trying to secure this apps control.
Yeah, Liquid actually smoked top B. Often you're going to see mollies or nade stacks up top B out of spawn, but they know that, you know, not only will Shiro likely stand in a Molotov, but also they can smoke it off and find a way to fight through. So they just smoke it. Liquid use utility just to deny info for Gambit, and now they're going A. Shiro's already here.
Oh, yeah. Inter spotting even more players along. And if that was the bomb spotted, but it looked like it was Stewie jiggling, so I can't imagine it was. Grim still trying to keep this banana control in the hands of Team Liquid. And Nafany started to move back towards A, with Stewie making noise up in top middle. Oh no, he fakes the footsteps, he fakes the rotation. Hobbit with a smoke spam delivers the goods. Not good for a double this time, but he's done enough. 1 for 1 and lots of damage onto Elige. Sets up Nafany to try and hold down this B-bomb site again. Now, he did fake the footsteps on a rotation away, and he's dodged these players that have moved in for Team Liquid. Nafany traded by Fallen. And so now, Stewie 2K and Fallen have got to get this one over the line together.
Close shots for Shiro, but close won't cut it here. Stewie and Fallen taking deep peeks. Fallen's looking for that CT rotate. He's found the info. Are they ready for Axel, who's so late? Up banana. Stewie sits on an off angle, but with CT open, he's got to worry about that as well, so he'll deal with it easily. Now taking spawn, even more control, and now Shiro tries to hunt him down. Stewie's on his own. 1v2 turning around, quick shots, and Stewie out of ammo. Finds the dink to Shiro, cannot close the round unless time does it for him. I don't think it will. Shiro with just enough time for that defuse. NT for Stewie, and one more bullet would have done it. Whew.
That was almost a round, man. That was almost a big Liquid moment. A big Stewie moment. But the ammo, it always does you dirty.
Yeah.
It always does you as dirty as it can.
And the A4 as well, you know, take off the helmet or give him an AK and suddenly who knows where that round goes. It would have been great to see that out of Stewie as well. He suffered in the stats department yesterday for sure, right? Like, it was clear that he wasn't necessarily trying to be that star player. He was setting Elige up a lot of the time, running in first, getting traded, things like that. So, you know, it was fine, but that could be a round to really drag him forward. He's still top of the board right now, 10 and 9. Top of the server, other than Hobbit. And always great to see Hobbit.
I always struggle with reading 9s as well. Like,
yeah, I couldn't tell if that was
they
0.
look like Gs, and so I always get confused. I'm like,
yeah,
is he...
Stewie 10 and G. No, I was looking at the wrong monitor. It's too far away. There's so many screens in this room, Harry. I can look wherever I want. I can stand with my back to you. That's actually my preferable way to cast. Okay.
That's unnecessary, but
because you distract me, Harry. Because you're just too good looking, or something.
No. Well, don't worry. The kiss cam's coming. Here we go.
Oh dear.
Elige donning a hero AK. Pistols and a little sprinkling of armor for Stewie 2K. Well, moderation be the key for Team Liquid. You should have 5 cups of liquid a day, I think is my understanding of it. So let's see how much Gambit want to have.
Slurping it down. But in no hurry to do so. Still reading this 4-man A setup. Nafany going back, but he's still going to be able to quickly rotate into this A site, and he'll need to. Liquid are here. Liquid are going in hard. Elige and Fallen leading the charge. Inters is already dead. Axel gets one from the pit, but that's all. Grim on a long look kills the AWP with a lovely Deeg shot. 2 on 4, you're locked out. This was an eco for Liquid with a hero gun, and they've got the site for free.
Yeah, Nafany's still looking like he wants to take a peek on this, and now he's out in the open. Elige taps him from the round. The hero AK delivers. The Deagle of Grim is the kill that seals the deal, and now they're even chasing Hobbit down. They remove that AWP from play. Fallen gets it up into his hands now, and Team Liquid are back in the lead.
Ah, yes. Fallen with the AWP. That's what we like to see. Oh, the double check.
I love it, though. Like, they didn't fall for it again, right? Ever since Nafany played in that position, they're like, nope, we're checking it. We are running straight. Fallen just goes, I'm running straight to the back of the site, and I'm seeing if they're doing it again. And subconsciously, he'd already decided, like, nah, they're not actually doing it again. And then they were, and he had to flick back, but it's fine.
You just keep checking it, man. Keep checking it until it's clear. Now full pistols. deals, right? You may get the AWP for Fallen, but it's not in the round you really want it. Yes, it allows you to play slow and wait to see if Gambit make plays, but Gambit is so patient, man. They won't make a play unless like, they feel like they have to. They do some nades over B, spotting. Even got a flash here ready to go over the top, but instead just smoke off the choke point. And so Fallen's going to be hard-pressed to actually find value in this round in a pre-plant situation, especially with what we're seeing out of Gambit right now, but that's fine as long as he keeps it going into the next gun round. Shiro certainly will have it as an option, 4K already, saving as much as he can. Gambit have done a good job of keeping their economy intact in this match. This is, you know, their first real eco, ever since obviously pistol and conversions. And even then, they made them interesting. However, this should be nothing of the sort. Only Nafany at B, nothing left, no utility. Liquid about to execute. And that should really be the round.
Yeah, if anything happens here, I don't know. I'd be shook. I'd be shook. Nafany, oh, he's done a lot of damage, bless him, but unfortunately the USP, not your friend in the one-tap department, in anything outside of a pistol round. And so Team Liquid are up onto 7, looking to try and win out the half at a bare minimum here. Gambit just left holding on to this armor on Axel, couple of deagles, maybe going to try and play for exits again. If you remember, right, Gambit did a great job in round 3 of removing all the guns from play for Team Liquid. And so they're going to look to do it again. They group up in the bottom of Banana. They're going to try and keep you trapped in. But unfortunately for them, Team Liquid are all exiting through the safe haven of CT. So this is a 5 alive round for the Liquid guys. And that's going to make a tremendous bout of difference here, right? They're no longer in a position where they can be put onto any kind of downward spiral in terms of the money. It's so established that it's going to be a real grind for Gambit. They're reinvesting into this round. AWP in the hands of Shiro. Again, been pretty quiet from him so far. And I think, you know, this is meant to be the easiest side you're going to have of wielding that AWP. As of yet, really, to have much out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
And one of those 3 kills is with the 5-7, remember. So
you can almost feel like pressure to try and get involved, right? Try and play a bit overconfident or over-aggressive. You don't want to do that on CT Inferno. Find the fine line. This time it's just Hobbit alone at B. Shiro on long with his teammate inside of the smoke. Fallen holding for that boost. He managed to actually get a kill off of it yesterday. Can't blame him. Lurk smoke thrown into B keeps Hobbit's attention for now as Liquid set up. It looks like another one of these fast short pops, right? Where they just run into the bomb site and Gambit are trapped with 2 on long. You know, Nafany's still going to get involved from this position. But if Liquid do go for the fast short, they've got to clear the corner. They smoked off Shiro. Now it's Nafany's time to strike and Liquid get ready to go. Molotov is good. Axel's got to run right out of there. They hear it, 50 health. Liquid, it's only a matter of time. Oh, that's a ding.
Oh my God!
Chill.
Elige, the executioner, Grim to follow up, and yeah, he's traded after 1, but look at that. That was the Liquid site takes that we had coming in yesterday versus NIP. Gambit just got nipped in the bud, my friend, right? That is unreal. The fact they're able to do it versus Gambit and then keep, you know, 4 out of 5 alive, even shutting down Hobbit on his attempted save. This is the Team Liquid that you want to see right now. 8-5 up once more. You know, this is the downside of the CT economy. I hate to keep talking money to you, but my word.
How did he know? How did he? That was a dink through the wall. How does Elige know? That's actually a really good play for Nafany to sit there. He's anti-flash initially. Right, Elige's just laughing like, okay, that actually worked, did it? That's the only position that you're hoping Liquid won't check. Because, oh, we got the long smoking guy, Shiro spamming behind it. It's fine, run past the AWP, go short on these really quick plays where they're looking down from flashes. And Nafany just gets pre-fired dinked. Nothing quite like it. Astralis stack set up at the back of B, but this is not saving your bacon. If Liquid even walk into this and die, they'll rotate fully back to A.
Didn't you see what they did to our boy Device just yesterday?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to try and use an Astralis pistol stack here?
Oh, dear.
Oh, boy.
Time to farm those
Stewie,
ecos,
here it
baby.
is. The leaning tower of US pizzas. And, well, Hobbit does get rid of Stewie, but now they know everyone's there. Now they just bring that bomb into the safety of A. Grim protecting this rifle with his life, but he doesn't need to throw it down. He just takes them all, puts 9 up on the board for Team Liquid.
Wow.
And I do want to say, right, when we saw like these Liquid site takes happening on Inferno yesterday, I just presumed it's because, you know, Nip aren't this incredible Inferno team. But mate, I don't know, like, the fact you're doing this to Gambit, it's so impressive. Like, they run into a site, not a trade happens, man.
Yeah.
It's just everyone wins a gunfight. It's beautiful.
And now there's only 1 round left of the half. There's only 1 chance for Gambit to try and hang on here. Keep this CT side rolling. Liquid, though, they managed 11 against... oh, God, there's Shiro getting involved. Quick shot. You know, I was saying they got 11 against NIP on this map yesterday on the T-side start. So this is, you know, better for Gambit, but it's still not perfect. Nafany with the second orb gets out of there just about. Fallen found, and Nafany waits on the angle for a flash from Liquid. Got a couple. There's a good one. Nafany blind, though, finds Grim. 2 on 5. Should be no way back in. Allegiant Naf in the clutch moment for Liquid. Allegiant's taking the orb. We saw a bit of this yesterday on Dust as well. But I'm not holding out in hope of a 10th round here.
No, it should never happen. But will it? These are the questions we ask, right?
Have you got any answers, Harry?
How could I possibly... It's a 2-on-5, Hugo. This would just be a freak of human nature, like a Liege, having to go above and beyond. And even that, right? Even once you've got the first traded immediately, can't finish the job. He's burning alive.
What?
And should get finished off here by Inters down in the pit. So it's 6 for Gambit, 9 for Team Liquid. NA still up in the lead, but the CIS boys closing that gap and now looking to come into their own over on their T side.
Hey, Future Pros. I was observing a Meisterchef game not too long ago, and I saw this nice set piece for...
Oh, yes. Fallen dishing out fist bumps. Little stretch for the Gambit side, meanwhile. And who could blame them? I mean, they've got to limber up. They've got to sprint into this second half because Liquid are holding this lead. 9-6 at the end of that first half of play. Gambit now looking to embark upon their T side. Well, what have they thought up? What have they got in the old think tank?
4 Glocks and just the U-turn on Nafany. Actually, 1 P250 handed to Shiro. No surprises there, often the case. Liquid setup 4 strong on A. Apps stack from both sides. Looking to pinch Gambit. It's only Hobbit here, though. Top performer in the server right now. And boy, does it feel good to see this guy perform on Inferno, but it's nothing new. Stewie back at B's got the smoke. Fallen's got the kit if things get weird at this B site, and they're about to. Gambit gonna run him down. Stewie, can you take any with him before he gives up the site and plays retake? He chooses not to, just fully abandoning that control. Playing for the 5v5 right now. Hobbit, he's hanging around on the lurk in middle. They're running right by him.
I love this play. Naf, big brain, big brain. He's found a Hobbit hole, and they're all going after him, but oh my goodness, he owns the Hobbit hole. He is the Hobbit hole. Finally dead after 3, but there's no recovering this one now for Team Liquid.
Oh my goodness, they didn't want to leave him in the backline, right? They didn't want to let that round come down to Hobbit's timing on the backstab after they knew he was there, but climbing down below, not the way to go about it for Liquid. They get melted by the Glock. Oh my goodness. Look at this from Hobbit. All headshots as well. You can barely see the face. He's shooting them in the chins, man, from below. That's got to feel good for Hobbit. Not only top
you would know, mate. Look at him, just chewing gum, hanging out.
In the office. He was already top of the board. That will send him skyrocketing, and that gives Gambit a second win back into this T side. Now they're the ones in control. Liquid want to flip that on its head with a quick force buy up, and the scout shot connects for Naf over Shiro. But if Liquid don't win this round, it's Gambit back in the game, 9-9, and starting to pick up face, or save face rather. Already one tag. How many more?
I guess we'll find out. Inter's jiggling this. Naf on a very small angle. The smaller the angle, the bigger the play. As the old saying goes, Naf, they will get past him. Everyone's in CT. Everyone's cut off by these smokes, apart from Grimithy. Down in the pit, he's got a lot on his plate, a lot of work to do, and just a deagle for the job. Can't hit a thing. And Nafany will run him down. That's a save call for Team Liquid. That's almost the complexity-esque look at that one, right?
Yeah, that's
the majority of players grouped up towards B. If you don't get the fight on your terms, then the majority save, and you basically have this round. But again,
yeah, better than running USPs. I say that, Gambit, they did nothing similarly with their CT4s, and then they had that USP round where they got all the kills and saved 2 Galils. So, you know, this is, like you said, even better for Liquid, but Gambit will happily take the 5v4 round closer, looking for a quick 3-0 to start the half. It shouldn't be really much to stop them here. Stewie would love a gun, but they're not coming his way.
now what's the decision going to be now, right? Do you go with a heavy lean towards B again? In the hope that surely they don't go A twice in a row.
Yeah, Gambit do their due diligence, right? They're not just committing into bomb sites without at least showing some face on either side of the map, keeping Liquid guessing. You don't want to make it too obvious unless you're going really fast, and it's difficult to do that on Inferno with a util getting shown. This is a round for it though. Liquid only have what they saved from the last, so Smoke and Molly already used up. Fallen, trying to get info up top B. Gonna meet him with some nades there. Chunky down to 46. Naf sees an arm and takes a leg. He's gonna tag Hobbit. Definitely called that as well. So Liquid know that there are options open. Hobbit's going to swap to the scout though. Let Shiro try and rifle around as this B execute gets set up. You would love the B stack now. Now you have nothing of the sort. A flash play to make this round happen, and Fallen gives it a go.
Yeah, Stewie setting him up with the flash and Fallen coming through. Oh, they were blind, but you know, armless little P250 attempted to cut them down. It was never going to be too pretty. Oh. Naf caught as well, and they're even hounding down these pistol players over in the ruins. Liquid are just going to get out of there. Look to keep the scout Deeg and a little bit of armor still in play. Now, I was a little bit curious here, right? Because when we saw Gambit take to LAN back at IEM Cologne, right, maybe it wasn't the results we were expecting, but you got to bear in mind, you know, you got the whole pressures of LAN, not everything that comes with it there. Something that was kind of interesting is that Inferno flip-flopped as a map for this this squad, and it was one that, though they had a lot of close games on, they caught a lot of L's here, right? Before that, when we'd seen them in online play, looked like a very, very stable map for this squad. And so I was curious what kind of Gambit we were going to get now in the server versus Team Liquid. They've at least made it competitive to open up this second half. We're immediately back into a tie game. And now there's a lot of weight on this first rifle round, right? This really decides like where that momentum is gonna lean. If Gambit pick it up, suddenly they are soaring into the lead in a very big way.
On Liquid's pick as well, right? We don't really know what to expect from the rest of the series, from Vertigo especially, but we know Gambit, they're certainly lethal there. So, yes, this is a very important one for Liquid, especially. Fallen, got to watch out. That Molly and Apps buys him a few more seconds, but Hobbit's trying to act after it. Fallen, oh, he's still here. Luckily, he's got that smoke from Grim and a bit of room to play with. Leg seen, though, and Hobbit grabs him. Maybe a headshot here to Fallen. Depends who smoke fade favors. Fallen goes back to mid instead. would love the trade, but also doesn't want a 5v3, and that's the risk you've got to take. Down to 30 from Shiro's scout. Now Gambit, if they want, they can just group B. They have that top banana control. Liquid are using all their util there as we speak. They still have smokes to stall. But that is pretty much it. Gambit going through the mid-smoke. There's the flash. Leaves. Oh, they turn with their backs. And even the first player looking at Long was fully wiped from the flashbang, so timing's a bit off there for Gambit. It's still a recoverable round. Selling the fake up in apps is Hobbit, but it might not be a fake. The bomb's coming back.
Oh, and this is into the stack now. Team Liquid will be pretty mobile with Fallen. He's on that AWP, but even though he's playing this rotate role in Speedway, he's not committing to a B-side rotation yet. He's still here and able to help out at A, at least holding for this arch cross. It means these players in the site can put all their attention onto the apartments and short. With Elige dead in Graveyard, little too much of him showing to the apps player of Hobbit. They're going to pull through with both the entries that are needed.
Yeah.
And Gambit, they do win this first rifle round, which is worst case Ontario for Team Liquid.
Yeah, more like can't at Hey, you make a bad one, I'll make a worse one, Harry.
Yeah, at least mine's like a, would it be a quote or a reference?
Yeah, I think both, in fact.
Both a quote and a reference.
Well, 10 rounds for Gambit, and that's got to be a great feeling as well, right? You know, we were comparing this to the NIP game because it did start the same with Liquid running these really fast A plays, going up 5-0 or 5-1, looking really in control. Well, that one was 11-4, and even then, Nip, you know, they did a good job of making that somewhat close in the second half. You know, drawing in a few rounds in a row, but it didn't matter up against 11 rounds. You always felt like Liquid were destined to close. They didn't have quite the gap this time around. And obviously, as you just put off the back of going 3-0 up in the half, suddenly it's a level playing field. Suddenly Liquid aren't feeling in control. Fallen's had a lot quieter of a game with the AWP. Both the AWPers have. Him and Shiro have certainly not been top of the server. Alicia's looked good. Stewie's looked better. But right now, is there a hero for Liquid to keep them here? Saves coming through. It's what worked for Gambit to just get them on the board right at the end of the half. Liquid have got another rebuy, and Gambit will meet them there. Shiro patient, Fallen. Oh, he hits him in the head. Good flash. Shiro thought he was in cover, ducking from it. No, he's not. That's what we needed out of Fallen. A man up. Elige is starting to take space and take names, but Axal signs his death warrant. 4-on-4, or pick back up, and Hobbit can go back to upgrade if he wants. It's a long way, though.
It's wild that Axal's so ready for that little bit of mid-aggression.
Yeah.
You know, that's very unexpected to be pushed in the mid-round after, Fallen tries that peek down through middle.
Oh my goodness.
Nafany, there's the opener. Stewie might have been boosted, might have been the man who had to step up, but now we're looking at Nafly. One player has slipped the net, but Naf goes back for him, and he's one hell of a fisherman. The claws are out now, and Nafly, ooh, there's another. Axal has his head removed. Naf is holding down this B-bomb site like his life depends on it, because in a way, it does. Still Hobbit left to beat. But now the rotations have arrived. Now they've got here. And with 40 seconds left, Hobbit, he's headed for the hills.
Yeah, is he going to burrow down in a nest, in a hole in the hills, or will he just recommit to B after Liquid rotate out? They did have 3 here if you count Spawn, but Grims eventually had to go back and take that A space in case Hobbit is giving it a go. And he still might. Looks like a save right now. But 20 seconds, the temptation is always there. However, the lack of smoke to cut off this AWP and CT Spawn might be deciding it for him. Hobbit knows Fallen will be there. And he knows Naf never left the site. Nasty hold from Naf as well, right? He absolutely shreds him in B. The one man on 20 health, and that's all Liquid needed. We said we needed another guy to step up. And Naf is that guy. Elige pushed down mid. You felt like that was a way to catch Gambit with their backs turned, but Axal reacted very quickly. And this game is once again competitive. It's not, although Gambit find the first gun round, it's not like they would start running away and going through the motions, buy eco, breaking money. Liquid save allows them to rebuy. They win one more. Now it's 10-10 again. Anyone's game.
I see Fallen making a dash to the short side. Does he want to try this peek again? Shiro will once more be waiting for it at ramp, and this time Fallen does not want to give that fight over. Instead, he's seen ahead over in the apartments. He might even full B rotate now. And yeah, at least falling off, taking a long angle. Looking like he's going to make his way over towards B. On his exit, he smokes top mid from Library. And yeah, look, they're just swapping players out, right? This is this idea that you always need to keep that AWP mobile. You need to keep Gambit guessing as to where this AWP lies. They just saw Fallen over at A, and now, like some kind of demon, he's reappeared. The apparition of Fallen outside of Banana.
No
Another
way.
tag. And I was going to say, is he out there again?
Yeah,
This time,
like
Naf's not really in the position to swap with him. Flash goes in, the push on the back of it. Stewie dead right away. Fallen only able to get one, and it gets a little bit awkward there for Team Liquid. They're left saving in this round once more.
Yeah, Stewie, he was trying to, hope, just really pray that Gambit's flash, faded before they come around the corner, but they time it well. He knows if he drops off that flash, they hear him, they know his position. Fallen smoked out, and, you're in hot water. Best case scenario is Gambit are a little late off the back of the flash, and Stewie can get a kill before he drops. Instead, he just drops, and Fallen only takes one with him. It's not enough temptation until Elige gets that kill. However, the rest of his team in pit, this will not be a retake round for Liquid. Gambit trading rounds back and forth with more saves. You continue to reinvest. You continue to fight Gambit for this control. But Gambit showing a lot more face than NIP could. And even without Shiro in all of this, he's still 5 and 10. It's not coming down to Shiro. We're getting everyone else. Fallen's winning in the head-to-head against Shiro. Both AWPers struggling, though. Great trade.
Yeah, I mean, for Shiro, it just feels like he's in a bit of a weird place right now. Like he leans into the James style of always erring on the side of caution. But I think sometimes it really means that he can just have these games where he's just not having any impact. Like, I don't know, man. I remember the first time you and I really got to see Shiro for all he was worth. And it's like, oh, he was this phenomenal clutch player who, in a 1v2, he'd always be willing to, give it a look in, give it a go, make some magic happen. I miss the old Shiro, the straight from the clutch Shiro, The 1v2s don't scare me, Shiro.
Maybe we'll get it. There's still time in this game, right? Not just in this map, but series as a whole. And Gambit, they're holding a lead for the moment. Liquid have more utility. There's some more protocols in play. Fallen, don't you dare. Shiro's been on this angle every round. Although Fallen's won it before, wouldn't expect him to be able to do it again, not without that flash, at least, that Grim provided last time. Nafany trying to hunt down the aforementioned man, and the flash saves them from Fallen's clutches. Almost takes the Voiler player out with him. Good nade onto Axile. Gambit abandoned middle. Shira's still holding on, hoping someone re-aggresses, but eventually they set their sights back towards B. This is only re-establishing some control to try and take Banana back out of them before they hit A. This bomb is in apps right now. Unless Gambit bring it back, it should still be that A site. And with the resmoke just coming down from Naf, he's got even more time in the pocket of Liquid. Stopwatch ticking, and a Molotov ready to go. Stewie's even rotating out. That's exactly what Gambit want here. They know with the smoke fading, Stewie can not replenish it. Ugh, missed flash. So more manpower will have to do. Stewie has a flash. And Liquid eventually give up the top of B. So Gambit have scared them into a normal, standard two-man setup. That makes A all the more tempting.
Yeah, they throw these fake smokes, and Fallen not holding the boiler is instead waiting here in middle. It means the peak never saw, and they bait the shot with that jump across, and Fallen will get the info at least. Now he's got to give the goods over. Grim down here in the pit playing this little one-way. Shiro will find him, and so Fallen trying to make it happen. Still a second man up in the site, and time is the enemy of Gambit here. They even hunt down Nafany. And that kill came in as the clock hit 0, so...
Yeah, he's got 2,900. I actually didn't. I didn't catch which came through, if it was the kill or the time. But regardless, it's not pretty. He needs a drop, and luckily Gambit have the money for that. Oh, nice hold from Liquid. Comes down to the wire again for Gambit. It's that late Molotov at Naf from B that stalls out Naf, and it means he really just has no impact on the late flank there. Shiro gets a bit more value out of the AWP as well, but it all falls on dead ears. We're just trading rounds right now, Harry. Ever since Gambit won the first rifle round, there have not been 2 in a row. It's just been back and forth. Elige, up in apartments, looking for the opener. Fallen's tried this before. This time, nothing to be seen. Hobbit's tucked in safe. Gambit a lot more slow out of the gate in this round. They don't have the AWP to fight middle. That one was costly. Losing this now, especially with no bomb plant, will put them down and out. It will mean Liquid are poised to take this map away.
Yeah, we got this double AWP as well. Stewie with his, takes that peek down through Banana. Gambit might look to move in on the back of this. Naf throwing up in this boost as well. Now, Gambit have been ready for this a lot of the times that Liquid have done it. It's been far less fruitful for Liquid than it was for Gambit having a boosted player here, but this time with Stewie actually in the site and able to pull attention away from his teammate, maybe there's more success. Nafly, good for a double. Once more trying to be the savior of B, and with Fallen playing this gap in the smoke, it's another save round for Gambit. They're out of their Hobbit, is too far removed from the action. And this is so often the case, right? Gambit love to have a late lurk, you know, to try and cut down rotations, to try and win rounds by coming in on a backstab. But to have that, it relies on you actually getting into the site and being in a position where Hobbit can do a thing. He's just left holding on to this AK. And so Team Liquid, now with 12 to their name, you were just highlighting the importance of this round, especially for Gambit with their money teetering on the edge. Well, now it's broken. Team Liquid are in this spot where they can leap into the lead right at these closing segments.
Yeah, I mean, it was danger for either team, but more so for Gambit here. And saving the 1 AK, it's, you know, it gives you a chance to do something in this round, but at the same time, it just means Hobbit is not, you know, on the same wavelength as his team in terms of money. Liquid are laughing all the way to the bank with that round, and so clean as well, just moving as a pack through CT. Fallen's going to try and get that mid spot. Now he's got a bit more confidence. He's started to have impact into some of these rounds in the latter stages. So takes a deep peek to try and find the AWP. Knows it's not wanting to play. Double AWP is still here. That allows his 4-man stack on the A site yet again. Stewie just holds down Banana. He's playing anti-flash, turning away, trying to predict utility from Gambit, but there's not going to be any. It's all coming down through the apartments and middle. 3 players in the halls. Hobbit, there's so much on his shoulders right now to, oh sorry, Axel rather, who's taking the gun over him to get something done. Hobbit's going to charge out of apps in first place with the flashbang. Fallen's taking Nafly out. There's the mowdown for Elige. Only good for a first. AK dropped immediately. Grim won't let them in, and Shiro trades. Should mean nothing here. No bomb to plant. Liquid peel back. And Shiro, he's walking in smoke, but this is desperate. They're about to find him.
To add insult to injury, right, as we saw, the bomb dropped up on the balcony.
Yeah.
And so Shiro's playing along. Oh no, he was looking for the bomb. Oh, that's so sad.
Wishful thinking.
Oh, effing chat, man. This is screwed. Shiro. Oh, they let him get the bomb. They let him get a gun. They let him get the bomb and a gun. But Stewie, that's all the room he's prepared to give. And so there's that 13-11 we promised you. The reinvestment's going to come through for Gambit in this follow-up round, you would imagine. And so that means 14 is well within the grasp of Team Liquid on their map pick.
Yeah.
Which, considering we were at that point not long ago where these teams were just trading rounds back and forth, eventually it had to fall apart for one of them. And from winning that round there, Liquid have assured us that it's Gambit on the receiving end of the economy stick.
Yeah, sure. It's painful.
And they get beaten with it.
Yeah, so that was implied.
Cool.
That's why we need caster cams to see Harry doing that, yeah. 13 to 11, and this is such a rough situation to be in for Gambit. There's nothing consistently that's worked either. It's nothing that Gambit can look to and go, oh yeah, this has always been easy, because now we've started to have different signs from Liquid, the double orb coming through in the last couple of rounds. Gambit haven't really found a way to get past Stewie yet. Liquid using a lot of util to deny space, make sure these pistols can't get comfortable or rush them out of spawn. Oh, good nade. Right down the ramp. That's really all Gambit have in this round. They move Nafny up middle. He has a Glock, 2 of them in play. So you're expecting pretty much nothing in this one. They're going to jump through a smoke together. Stewie, don't shoot your teammate. Oh no, he switched off. It's all down to the rifle. Naf, he's good for the job. 3. And by that point, Stewie stabilized to find the 4th. That's when the round comes to its bitter close.
I know it's only pistols, but that still could have gotten out of hand considering the very unfortunate timing on the weapon switch. So it's a very good job that Naf is able to keep control of the situation, lock it in with 3, give Stewie enough time to get set up again. And so now at 14-11, this is it for Gambit, right? They're putting everything on the line in this round now. This investment up against 14 decides if we have any real hope of a comeback, of overtime, you know, still very much a potential. You need to find success here. You can have problems get thrown up further down the line, but not in this round.
This molly is cool as well. It makes the noise. It looks like it's one that's come down the stairwell, but it's all a bit of a bait. If Gambit were to walk into apartments, they think it was, you know, molly. It's not. Liquid are trying to fight for this position. 3 players set up. Elish has middle. Grim with the AWP peeking down into ult. Elish just trying to stall out the mid play as long as he can, right? He doesn't want Gambit trying to wrap this A site or get in through long to CT. Luckily, Liquid don't have to worry about that yet. They have all of Banana with Naf deep down the corridor. Grim about to get this contact. They're all going to hit at the same time. Inter still sitting back down T-spawn right now. There's the contact. Nice shot for Hobbit. Doesn't know about the orb. Fallen's got to pick his side. He's got to pick an angle. It's a risk. But now it's his only option. They've seen him backing up. Yeah, Hobbit knows he's going to try and shoot him on the escape. Fallen, oh, he just gets back to safekeeping. Bit of a spam. Won't do anything serious. Stewie still trying to bait for Naf and Banana. He can eventually flank. He doesn't want to go in too early. He's running it, and they haven't even committed. Naf, no way he can get out alive. Stewie's there to save his life. 4 on 3. Liquid should not have got away with this. Fallen switched off the shot, and he's gone back to the bomb side, but Gambit are running out of time.
All right, Fallen has been the king of missing these timings in this round. He's throwing so many dices that have come up snake eyes or whatever the bad one is, but finally something good might be on the horizon with Elish down in the pit, finding the first, now spotting Shiro. Elish is looking to win the round. Hobbit left against it all, tagged by Fallen's orb, and Fallen will finish the job. 15 on the board for Team Liquid, and as mentioned, if there was one round that couldn't go wrong for Gambit, it was that one there. While they're going to have a couple of AKs coming into this one, it's still very stripped back. It's not everything you want, especially not up against 15. You thought Hobbit had done enough getting the opener, looking real good, winning some key fights. It's this push from Naf and Stewie that completely changes the flow of that round.
Yeah, that push almost looks like, oh yeah, Gambit are committing A, they're out mid, they're chasing a short, quick flank. It's like, that's the kind of play. No, Gambit's still like holding on, they're still defaulting. They only have apps, they don't even have middle at that point. Liquid just didn't have the info. And even when Naf escapes, Stewie was right beside him on logs. Not sat back in car, he was able to keep him up. Oh my goodness, Liquid. They should never be winning that, but these guys are feeling themselves right now. Other NA teams in Pro League just trying to field maps, just trying to field results. Liquid, they want it all.
Oh, Stewie is most certainly going to get flashed here, surely. They're going to contact it. Oh my word, they just run him down. But it works wonders. He was not ready for that, and that's now an AWP for Shiro. Rotation's coming in from Fallen, but how much help can he be? With Naf dead after 1, this might have to be a save for Liquid. Now, there are always these late lurks, right? So right now, you've got a 3-on-3 in the site, but after losing the AWP, your best bet is probably to grab that and head out of there, play again for the next. Oh my God. Unless Elish can inspire a bit of confidence. He's getting flashed. Grim lobbing them over. Elish hasn't spotted the pillar player till it's altogether too late. And so that actually becomes a round where you're not able to save, you don't get anything out of it. Gambit, if they were going to win one, that's how they want to do it.
Yeah, I like that as well. Just no respect play from Gambit. They start to realize, why are we running these slow rounds? Why are we letting them take space and push up? Let's just go for this fast contact B explosion. They get the AWP off the angle. That's super awkward for Stewie. And then even just re-peeking into Fallen, Nafany doesn't care, isn't scared. And Liquid, when they get, you know, the Gambit henchman in their face, flexing, we get a little bit more results on this T side. Gambit able to field another. Remember, they had that streak of 4. They reset Liquid with a 5th in the 6th round of the half, and then Liquid went on a massive bender, a big streak of 5 in a row. Well, 15 is no guarantee. 15 is no lock-in. Liquid know that better than most, and Gambit are still believing. Why wouldn't you? This is Liquid's money on the edge. Losing here could mean you're fighting for round 30. Suddenly, overtime is not more than, or, well, it's more than a dream. It's a possibility.
Yeah, you can really see how, you know, even attempting that retake in the last round is a ballsy decision. You understand why they're looking for it, right? Especially with Elige turning one back in their favor. But it's that limited, you know, spur of belief that powered you in that could have dug the grave in the long run, right? Even saving one of the AWPs here, especially with the decision to reinvest into the double AWP setup, like, you're putting a lot of your cash into this round here and now. You're gonna have one more rifle up against, you know,
It's playing for 30. It's, you know, Stewie gets caught out. Every other round with this AWP has been really good. So I don't think you're going to let that one, you know, shatter your confidence. You got caught by a contact play. They walked up wall or half wall. So Stewie just won't get caught by that again. He'll play safer, or he'll play with his teammate to actually keep him alive or trade him. They're fighting for top B right now. Gotta watch out for those sneaky contact plays from Gambit. Shiro is holding, still 8 and 16, still struggling when it matters most. Oh, if he just takes a timing shot, it could be a man up, but not now.
Yeah, we got faith in Hobbit though. He's very much been the guy.
Yeah.
And he's back on his apartment's lurks. He's been great at these. This time he's got Grimathy to go up against. And Grim winning that is absolutely huge for Liquid. You look at who you've just removed. You think about how many problems this guy has caused you.
Oh dear.
And you breathe a collective sigh of relief. They flash falling off middle. They at least get the AWP displaced a little. But another kill found, tipping this further and further in favor of Liquid. Now we look at this, Inter, Shiro, and Axel.
Oh, they've read it.
The quieter 3 need to step up, and Team Liquid are in their brains. They're in their heads. They no longer believe that this was ever going to be an A play. They double up over at this B bomb site with 2 men in rotation. They boost up Elige. And they replenish this smoke. This push is going to come in through a smoke up against 15 for Gambit. This is the last thing you wanted to do. And with Stewie back at the site, good for the first. And Lige knocks them down. And Team Liquid take their map pick at 16 to 12. Oh, this series just got a hell of a lot more exciting. NA 1-0 up over the CIS Legends of Gambit.